Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. This is my first video in my studio in over a month. I have been gone and in my vacation I was in Greece, I was in Turkey, I was in Israel, I was in Cyprus, and it was an amazing trip. Now, I did not get to any game stores because when I talked to a couple people like cabbies and guides in some of the European countries, gaming is not a big thing as it is in North America and other countries. But even though that is the case, I did manage to get a few games in. You saw some pictures maybe, or maybe a little handheld phone video, especially the other day when I looked at Masters of the Night and compared the sort of the retail version with the Dark City expansion, which basically deluxeifies it. Oh, no hair. Anyway, with that being said, I did get to a few game stores, especially in Southern Ontario when I was visiting my children. That was an amazing trip. I saw my kids, I saw my wife's kids, we saw family. Very, very busy 2 weeks, including a new puppy. Yes, we had 5, now we have 6 again. His name is Corvus Adamus, which basically we named him after our raven. We have a raven already. She's an American Hairless Terrier, but she has lymphoma, unfortunately, so her time is limited. We don't know how much time. The vet really can't say, but hey. And Adamus, it means diamond. So we've named her after Diamond, our Italian Greyhound, who passed earlier this year. But it is great to be back, and the first episode of, oh my God, what the heck came into my collection? I came home, there must have been 7 boxes full of games. So this is going to be a wind in your hair, if you had any, episode, and we're just going to show you the boxes real quick. We're going to get a closer look to some of these games. There are so many games, including a couple from publishers, so I don't know when I'm going to get back to some of my stuff, but we're certainly going to be doing a few new. I have at least one prototype that just came in. I think there's actually another prototype somewhere else, and we're going to get to those, and we have some other stuff coming in. There's Kickstarters coming in left, right, and center now that, as they squeeze them onto ships. But without any further ado, let's get down to the table. Let's take a look at what's come into my collection while I was gone here in my vacation. And you've probably seen some of the pictures going behind. I'm going to flash them up if they're appropriate, let's just say. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of my pictures as I have given this introduction. So let's get down to the table, and oh my God, what did come into my collection? Okay, so first up, Gollum. This is a new in shrink game, and I have been so curious about this game that I sort of tried to get it as quick as I could. It is a big game. I don't know whether it's going to get to my table. We're certainly going to do an unboxing. Excuse the reflections because we are in a new in shrink. The game is new in shrink, so we have some reflections. And until I get some better lighting, I am looking at it. I was trying to get a camera, but I bought a dog instead, as well as 2 Turkish rugs. When I was in Turkey, oh my God, this was a hugely expensive vacation. I don't even want to talk about it. But here we are, we're going to talk about Gollum. So we're going to create golems and see whether or not we can be a really good rabbi. Talking about that, I was at the Western Wall and was able to participate in the prayers at the Western Wall. An amazing experience. I bought myself a new talus set while I was over in Israel. It was hand spun. Absolutely beautiful. So Gollum has hit my table. We're going to see, at the very least, we're going to unbox it. I don't know whether we're going to be able to play it. I have a small space. Hopefully in the next month to 3 months we're going to move to a bigger space so I can have more options in terms of gameplay. But for now, Gollum. Next up, founders of Tehutinkaten. Solo Mode by David Turczi and Balaj Kubik. And the game is Philippe Glazwetsky. Excuse my pronunciations of their name. They are a good group of people. This is Board and Dice, 2 to 4 players, 14 and up, and this is a tile laying game. So this takes the complexity out of the original game and boils it down to a tile laying game. And you can see kind of what it looks like here. It looks very similar to the middle of the actual Tehutinkaten game. So I'm looking forward to it. It says 60 minutes, 14 and up. 1 to 4. We are certainly going to unbox it, and it has a solo mode, so we're going to play it. This one's an oddball out from Gluix.it Games, I guess. Michel Coudon, and this is a virus. It takes about 90 minutes. It's 1 to 6, 14 and up. It came out in 2017 as a Kickstarter. I was able to get a Kickstarter copy on my vacation, and it's already open. It is used, and it was really well organized. The cards are sleeved. I'm not gonna pull it apart right now, but it is pretty amazing in terms of component wise. I think the game normally retail. I saw a retail edition for over $100. I did not even pay that for all this. So this is a game that I'm curious about, partly because it's a real-time game. So in theory, you're supposed to play this game, and each person gets 35 seconds, and it's simultaneous movement. This is intriguing. Now, you can play solo with a single person. I don't know how that's going to work. I saw Rado do it. The mechanics in here are very, very different in terms of what it's doing. It is kind of a resource management. It's a turn. You get some turn cubes. You're going to explore. You have 9 turns. You have 9 turns to find the cure for the virus and then exit the laboratory. So this is a very interesting game. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be for a specific group. I don't know if it's going to have mass appeal, but we're going to take a look at that. At the top here we have Dice Miner by Joshua DeBonis and Nicolo Resitsky. And I'm curious about this. I love dice games. Dice Miner is an all-in-one game of dice drafting. So I like dice drafting, like Red Dwarf and Astrolab, Astro Force, and a bunch of games like this. It is for 1 to 4 players, 10 and up, and it's 20 to 30 minutes. That's an appeal to me as well, because you want to be able to play a game very, very quickly. So this is a Dice Miner. We're definitely going to be playing that. The big box. Australia by Martin Wallace. This is the big box. So it has the solo mode, I believe, and a new map of Tasmania. And there it is. Right there we have Tasmania and Australia, Revenge of the Old Ones. This is a super game, sort of a steampunk Cthulhu mashup. Takes place in Australia. It has been around for a few years. This, I would say, is one of the biggest sleeper hits that you can find. It is an amazing game. It is a lot of fun to play. There's a lot going on, and you've got to manage your resources because there's only a finite amount of resources in this game, and you've got to be prepared for the old ones as they start to wake up and then just go wild. But that is Australia, the big box. Okay. Now this is a little box, Doom on You. So this is a little 3-player game in which you're just going to attack each other. Each animal has different powers, and what you're trying to do is run the other person out of their food supply. We bought this for my grandkids. We never got to play it, so we took it home. We'll bring it back to them. We did pick up another game with them, and we played some Carcassonne while we're out and all that type of stuff. But this is Doom on You. We'll open it up and take a look at it, I think, and go over the rules. As you know, I have been playing Biogenesis, and I spent a fair bit of time when I had some time on the ship to look at Biogenesis. This is Bios Megafauna, the next one in the series by Phil Eklund. if it's anything like BIOS Genesis, the rules are going to be like, my God. I was talking to a owner of one of the stores we did visit, and we got into a discussion about the Phil Eklund game and BIOS Genesis, and you have a small box and a huge game with rules. And as you move through the phases of refugia to microorganisms to macroorganisms, the rules kind of add and change. So all of a sudden you've got a little rule set and expanded even more rules. So that is BIOS Fauna. I have not played it yet, but there it is. Got a tower of pizza down here. I picked these two up. The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9, and The Crew Mission Deep Sea from Cosmos, Thomas Singh. I hear they're really, really good. They're not very expensive. I think they're from 3 to 4 players or 3 to 5 players. There it is, 3 to 5 players, 10 and up, 20 minutes. This is a trick-taking game, and you work together, I guess, to do something. So we're going to explore this a little bit. Oh, it has a 2-player variant, so we could probably play it with a 2-player. So we're going to give this a try at some point or another. Probably not right away. Oh, I could put that up there. Oh, what do we have here? We have a mat. And that mat goes along with this. Now, here is 1066. Tears to Many Mothers. I did pick this up used. I've been wanting this game for a while. In fact, I've got the other games coming once they ship from the Kickstarter. And you can see there's a couple decks nicely laid out. I thank whoever bought it to actually have organized it so well. And this, of course, is one of the big wars. Tristan Hall is one of my favorite designers. All or Nothing Games. And I think I have everything of his except for the 2 games that are coming out, or the 2 games that are coming from that last Kickstarter, and we have the mat there. Of course, we have On Mars, and with some wooden tokens. This is the Alien Invasion. Of course, it's a game designed by Vita Lasarda. I love Vita Lasarda. We're looking forward to his new game coming out. What's that called? Weather Machine. But for now, On Mars, this is the Mars Invasion, and I think, is this just a solo? It's 1 to 5 players, so we can add more to what's already in a huge, huge game at the moment. Let's see what else we have. We're down to 2 games left. We have a Dungeon Maker. I'm looking forward to this. This is by Wes Woodbury. This is a prototype sent to me by the Hungry Gamer the other day. So I feel honored that I'm in the same chain as the Hungry Gamer. And Wes puts out some really good, solid games. I have both Legends of Novus, I have Questros, and Die in the Dungeon, which is so fun. You know, it's a dice-based dungeon crawler where you play the monsters. And that's the score track. I don't know how this plays yet, so it's 1 or 2 players, and we're definitely going to be exploring that very, very soon. I believe it's going to be coming to Kickstarter quite soon, and he's also already planning his next game. He is prolific. He lives south of me in Calgary, and hopefully we're going to see him do bigger and better things, and I believe an expansion for Legends of Novus is coming. So that will be awesome. Now you might see why I'm pointed this way or that way. I'm picking stuff up off almost off the floor now. Here we go. Gathering Gloom. So this game is a prototype. Here Lies Hannah. Now there's nothing on the back because it is a prototype. We're going to be exploring this. We're going to open it up. We're going to go through the components. We're going to go through the rules. This looks like an awesome game. So we're going to be looking at these 2 prototypes over the next week, I think. Those will be the first 2 on my list of things to do. Oh, gotta keep reaching here. Got lots of things going on here. And a couple things that I did pick up. 2 adventure games. The Volcanic Island and the Dungeon. Discover the Story. I bought a couple used games and I had them toss these in because I've never seen them. I think he actually added them in just to throw them. I think he's trying to downsize his collection. I think they were $10. So I don't know anything about these adventure games. It's 1 to 4 players, 12 and up. An adventure in 4 chapters, and this is in 3 chapters. So we're going to take a look at that, I think, for sure. I don't know much about those games. There might be some spoilers. Okay, that's just on that. What else is down here? Then we got a few more. We have Trappist 1, which is a space game. This was an impulse buy. I shouldn't do impulse buys because you know it's very hard to play games when you have an impulse buy, but I did. It looked intriguing actually, so we're gonna open that up eventually. Okay, this was new in Shrink. This is Roll Through the Ages, the Iron Age. Now I have tried to play this, the bigger version, the Through the Ages. I am totally confused by it, even after watching Paul Grogan try to teach it. Hopefully maybe I'll catch up with him and he'll teach me how to play maybe. I've tried it on the app on Steam. Okay, I got one way down here. This one is super curious. Fantastica. A game for 2 to 4 players, Enchanted Edition. This looked interesting in terms of what it was doing, and it's an older game. It's from, let's just see, it's an older game from 2016. There was a Kickstarter, 8 and up, 2 to 4 players. So we're gonna have to explore this one a little bit. It just sounded really, really interesting, by Alf Siegert, and it's by Griffin Games. And lastly on the floor, and I'm not going to bring that up, is Summoner's War. That is a complete collection. Somebody was selling it used, and they had all the factions, and I said, yeah. Now I actually have the new version, so the idea for that one may go into the game store. But that is what has come into my collection while I was not home. I think there's a couple other things, but we'll leave that because this video is getting on. I don't want to have a 20-minute video. I think we already have a 20-minute video. Oh no, it's 10 minutes. Just so I can get back into this. As I said, I've been on vacation. My brain is fried. But I just wanted to get this to the table really quick so that I could get something out there for you today. So my name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and this is the North of 60 Gaming channel. Take a moment to subscribe. I really would appreciate it. I'm really trying to grow my channel, and subscriptions really help to get it out there and grow. Also, if you would hit the like button, get that out. It's a real kick sometimes to see you when I do a Google search or a YouTube search and go, hey, that's me. I'm still surprised by it. And I've been doing this over a year now, almost a year and a half. And so join me over the next few weeks, I'm thinking. I am back to work tomorrow, and I got a feeling I'm going to have a little bit to do in the new game store that we're opening in the cafe and the cafe itself. And so there's a few things that are going to be happening over the next 3 months that it's just going to be hugely busy. And I'm hoping that we can move some of this to there and build out that studio just a touch bigger than what I have here. That's it for now. My name is Harry Jacobs, as I said already. We will see you later, and enjoy maybe a quick slideshow of maybe a couple of things I did on my vacation. Some really cool stuff, including a pottery piece that I found just outside Kittrin Castle in Rhodes. It's 1600 years old. I found it lying on the ground. It's a piece of archaeology. They uprooted it in the path as they built a modern path up to the castle, and they uprooted hundreds of pottery pieces that are just laying on the floor, and I just looked through them. I just picked up one, and it's from a amphora, which basically was a big container that they used olive oil or grain in their, so it's a common household item. Talk to you later.